Garden. My name's John and I'll be your host. Today I think that it's about time to harvest the onions, so I'm going to be doing that today. Show you a little bit of that, maybe show you some other things around the garden here. And also I really want to focus on showing you how I dry my onions and then hang them up for storage for the winter. So I'm going to get on with pulling these out here. This guy's pretty big. Now when you pull it out, you just wanna kind of twist at the bottom and boom. Look at that. That is insane. That is a nice onion right there. Now usually some people leave them out just laying like this on the ground to cure and get a kind of a hard shell on them and dry. You want the tops to dry before you do anything with them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the shade up by my patio, so I'll show you that in a minute. Get ready to do all the rest of these. This guy is a pretty big one. I want to show you this one. It started, I can already tell, to kind of it started to split and multiply into two different onions. So this one definitely needs to come up. Couldn't really twist this one. You can see how the skin's kind of coming off. And it is now turned into two. So I mean that's fine. It's not a big deal that happened. It just means you have a little bit bigger, bulkier onion, but you know that's okay. Just got to pull this skin off here. That's just kind of hiding that, so this gets all dry. You got to make sure that's exposed, otherwise it won't dry very well. But I think I'm gonna get done with the rest of this. I'll save you the hassle of seeing me pulling up all. I'm gonna prepare the bed. I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna put some fresh compost in it and stuff, and then get it ready for winter. There it is, folks. There's the final harvest of that bed. I got a total of 29 onions from that bed. That's a pretty good haul, I think. For 29 onions from that bed. I have another 7 red onions in the garage. A couple down here that I'm going to show you really fast how to dry or keep them stored for the winter. And then I have another about 10 white onions, white sweet Spanish onions, which is what those are, over in a row near the side of my garden. So and those aren't quite ready yet. They'll be ready in a few, probably about three more weeks. Those get a little bit less sun, so they're a little bit further behind, but that's basically the haul. It'll probably be somewhere around, you know, like 39, 40 onions total, white onions total, and maybe 20 red onions. So I think that's pretty good. I'll show you guys how to string them up and dry them. All right, everyone. So here is a piece of string, and you could use pretty much any piece of string. You want to do this when the onions are pretty dry or just about close to dry, and you want to just make a simple, you know, just a slip knot. So you just kind of, oops, didn't do it right. Just slip knot, bam. There you go, done. So that goes like that. Then you take your onion, which usually has some dry shelling on it. You usually want to kind of scruff some of the dry shelling off. You can leave it on if you want, but usually when they're dry like this, I just take that first layer off and leave, because this layer is really nice and dry. And then there's this, and usually I take it off to about there, so there's this much. And then you take off that, and it'll leave a little end. so that that's there. Then you put it through the loop, pull tight, so it's left just like that. Once you have that, you go to your next onion, do the same thing, you know, clean it up, brush it off, get it nice. These are smaller onions. I picked them a little early. I didn't really care for the size much. I'm not really a big red onion guy. And there I am. So there's my little tail. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take it, you're going to twist it around twice, and then leave it. And you see how that works? Now the next onion on top of this guy is going to put weight on this part right here and then keep it on. So you just keep doing that. Twist it off, do all the steps, pull the top off so you have a little top, then pick a nice spot right next to it, twist it around, and boom. There you go. That's how you do it. And then this is a white sweet, so I'm not going to put that on there, but I think you guys got the gist of it. I have a couple more over here. Now sometimes you'll end up with, you know, guys like this. They're pretty much, they don't have the tops on them, they fell off, they were too dry or something happened to them. So usually just put those aside to use first in the house. Keep them in a dark area so they don't sprout, and maybe in a brown paper bag or something. But those are probably the ones you use first. Don't use these guys first when you have some that have the tops pull off, because these are the ones that are most immediate. They don't store as well when they're not like hung in a nice dark area. I got one more over here. I can do. Pull the top. Oh! And the top fell off of that one. So sometimes when you leave them let too dry, that they don't have enough moisture in the top, and the top will just fall right off. So that was my bad. I'll clean that guy up, give it to my mom to use first in canning or whatever she wants to do with it. So, but that's pretty much it, guys. This is the simple step in drying. You just want to put that up, and then you hang that in a dark place, your closet, garage, pantry, if you have a nice dark pantry, and that'll store for at least 8 or 9 months, pretty much the entire winter, and into the growing season. So you'll have those onions for a good long time to store them like that. I've seen people also put paper bags over top of their clump of onions, and like on the string before they tie it, so that it just kind of slides down and it keeps them nice and dark and keeps the moisture away so they don't sprout, which is a really good idea. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little tutorial and the watch me go around my garden and pick some stuff and enjoy some of the things I have growing. I hope you liked it a lot, and thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you again.